Hello YouTube, my name's Marie, and today we're going to talk about the first 2 episodes in the new K-drama, Touch Your Heart. I feel like a lot of people are aware of this show because of the gimmick of having 2 characters from Goblin as the male and female lead in a new series. So Touch Your Heart follows a fallen Korean actress. She was an A-list celebrity, even though she was kind of known for her bad acting, and then she gets involved in a drug scandal with son of a CEO. This may come into play later, I hope it does, with the son of the CEO, but at the moment, this part's not important. All that's important is that she fell from fame. Cut to a couple years later, and she is after the role of a very distinguished writer on one condition, and that is that she does some real-life practical experience work. Now, a lot of actresses and actors do this. It's method work. It's, really getting into your character and learning like what their day-to-day life is. So this whole plot is very believable to me. And it is there at this law firm where she is partnered with the male lead who is the company's ace, that sort of character. Usually I watch 3 to 4 episodes of a show before filming a first impression. That is for a very specific reason. I find that shows really hit their stride around the 3 or 4 episode mark. So after 3 or 4 episodes, I have a very good indication of whether or not I'm going to enjoy the show or not. With Touch Your Heart, I've only watched 2. Why? Because I know. It's very rare, but sometimes I get a very gut reaction. I watch the first 5 minutes or so, like with Touch Your Heart, and I'm like, I know. I just know. I have a good feeling. I'm in love. I am frickin' in love. This show was made for my enjoyment. If it's not the crisp editing or the high energy soundtrack or all of the side characters who are all lovable, you're going to fall in love with the leads, particularly the leads together. Because anyone who's watched Goblin will not be surprised when I say they have great chemistry. These 2 characters are the best type of opposites because they push each other out of their comfort zones in a very positive way. The male lead himself is a strict type A personality, where our female lead is extremely charismatic and emotional. I wasn't sold on her character at first. It took me maybe like half of the first episode to warm up to her, but once I did, oh my gosh, I stan her. She doesn't have a lot of practical skills, which leads to some very funny scenes, but she's eager to learn. I found her struggle and growth within these first 2 episodes to be very natural and very endearing. I love how this character takes adversity. Someone is giving her a hard time, and instead of lashing out, she goes and has her own moments. Who doesn't? She's like, I'm gonna prove them wrong, and I love that. Although our male lead has a lot of stereotypical characteristics of a, K-drama male lead, I still found him very fresh and unique. There's one moment in particular where if I wasn't on the hook before, you could consider me caught and ready to serve on a platter at the dinner table, because I'm like, oh my god, I love him. I love the law. He's kind of like unique and quirky, and he reminded me of the male lead within Because This Is My First Life. I haven't watched that in a very long time, so I don't know if it's a very apt comparison, but I was reminded of the 2. And along those lines, if you enjoyed shows like What's Wrong with Secretary Kim or My Strange Hero, this show is going to be right up your alley. I draw comparisons to What's Wrong with Secretary Kim because of the office place setting, along with both shows have a great cast of supporting characters And shippers are going to have a freaking field day with Touch Your Heart. And then I draw comparisons to My Strange Hero because both of these shows are operating at like frickin' 110%. The energy is so high. For me personally, there were a couple moments where I was sympathetically embarrassed. You know, I have a really hard time watching someone be embarrassed, like make a fool of themselves or make the wrong decision or just overall be embarrassed, and that's probably because I'm very empathetic. So there is a little bit of that in this show where I kind of watch between my fingers because I'm like cringing inside. Very small, but it is in there. Overall, I'm having just so much fun with Touch Your Heart. I'm so happy I put it on. And that is everything from me. I hope you guys have a good day and a good night, and go watch the show. Bye!